This year, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, has intensified its enforcement efforts against illegal immigration, particularly in areas with large Chinese communities such as New York and Southern California. The number of Chinese illegal immigrants being arrested has significantly increased. During these enforcement actions, ICE uncovered a fugitive who had been hiding in the U.S. for years under an international red notice. Recently, a Chinese national wanted for fraud was arrested in Irvine, Southern California. The man is accused of defrauding over 4,700 people in China, illegally siphoning over 1.5 billion yuan, approximately 200 million US dollars. On July 24th, Gregory K. Bovino, Chief Patrol Agent of the U.S. Border Patrol's San Diego sector, announced the arrest via social media. Bovino stated that the Chinese national had hoped to evade Chinese authorities by using a U.S. identity, but we proved him wrong. The suspect is accused in China of operating illegal fundraising and financial fraud schemes through fake investment platforms and projects, similar to the recent Ponzi schemes exposed in China's P2P crisis. These methods, which exhibit clear characteristics of pyramid schemes, have caused significant harm to society. Interpol issued a red notice at China's request. After fleeing China, the man illegally entered the US through various clandestine routes and hid in the Chinese community in Irvine, a city known for its good security and convenience. This area has become a popular location for immigrants, particularly new affluent ones, and is sometimes seen as an ideal hiding spot for fugitives. Initially, the suspect led a relatively carefree life without drawing suspicion. However, as part of ICE's increased scrutiny of illegal immigrants, authorities used intelligence systems to track him down. Through database comparisons, they quickly identified his location and arrested him. Bovino emphasized, "The United States is not a safe haven for international fugitives. Not now, not ever." This arrest has sparked heated discussions in China, with many speculating about the suspect's true identity. Despite clear photos and the reach of the internet, no media outlets have yet confirmed his details. Some online commenters suspect the man might be Wang Mian, the owner of Jinxing Assets in Shanghai. Chinese media reported that Wang Mian registered Jinxing Assets in 2014, selling financial products backed by loans. In 2016, he fled to the US with his mistress, stealing approximately 160 million yuan, leaving behind 432 million yuan in unpaid debts, affecting 2,516 investors, 95% of whom were elderly. It has been reported that Jinxing Assets has a complicated network of assets. Wang was also photographed with several high-profile figures, including the son of former Chinese Premier Zhu Rongji. However, the reported amount of fraud and the number of victims appear to differ from the information shared by US authorities. Nonetheless, after China's P2P lending fraud schemes, which caused massive financial loss and led many to flee, the number of victims may be in the millions. This case represents a significant victory for the US in protecting its society from dangerous criminals, though recovering the stolen funds may prove difficult. Due to the lack of extradition agreement between the US and China, it remains unclear whether this case will progress to an extradition stage. Legal experts suggest that if the evidence is strong, the US could charge the suspect with illegal entry, identity fraud, and potential money laundering. As of August 11th, the number of detained immigrants in the US exceeded 60,000, breaking a record set during Trump's first term. ICE's current policy prioritizes the arrest and deportation of individuals convicted of crimes that threaten public safety, as well as those violating immigration laws. During the weekend of August 9 to 10th, ICE officers arrested 10 illegal immigrants with serious criminal backgrounds, including a 61-year-old Chinese man named Zeming Lu, who had been convicted of forgery and other crimes in Gwinnett County, Georgia. The other 9 were illegal immigrants from Honduras, Ecuador, and Mexico, convicted of serious offenses such as rape, hit and run, domestic violence, or attempted murder. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security did not provide further details on Zeming Lu's criminal activities, but suggested it involved product counterfeiting, a crime common among some Chinese nationals. On August 14th, U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem posted a video on social media stating that since the Trump administration took office, the number of illegal immigrants in the U.S. has decreased by 1.6 million. resulting in safer streets, reduced taxpayer costs, eased pressure on schools and hospitals, and more job opportunities for Americans. Meanwhile, the issue of marriage-based green card fraud has become a significant focus for ICE. This practice, common among some Chinese immigrants, involved fraudulent marriages to obtain legal U.S. residency. ICE has stepped up efforts to investigate and break up such schemes. On July 13th, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement New Orleans Division announced via social media that Chinese national Shen Jieyuan has been arrested for allegedly coercing a U.S. citizen into marriage in order to fraudulently obtain a green card. Shen now faces federal charges and deportation. The announcement, initially a low-profile case, gained significant attention after being creatively shared by the White House's official social media account. The White House posted in a humorous tone, mimicking a dating app, Jiejun tried to finesse a wedding for a free pass, but I said nah and swiped right. No dress, no vows, no citizenship. Just deported. It's a match. The post, using popular internet terms like I swipe right and it's a match, sparked widespread online discussion. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, issued a warning too. Our officers are expertly trained to catch these sham marriages. Buying a spouse doesn't make you a citizen. ICE has not disclosed further details on Shen's case, but emphasized that her actions harmed the fairness of the U.S. immigration system. The White House's public exposure of the case is seen as a soft deterrent to potential lawbreakers, sending a clear message of zero tolerance for marriage fraud. Despite being a fraudulent act with severe legal consequences, the financial rewards and the lure of immigration status drive some individuals to take the risk. Fake marriages are relatively common within the Chinese community. Reports indicate that a woman from Los Angeles, Ms. Chin, revealed that a Chinese man proposed to marry her for $400,000 US in exchange for a green card. The arrangement included maintaining the marriage for 8 to 10 years, attending immigration interviews, submitting proof of cohabitation, and even faking family life. Despite the tempting offer, Ms. Chin ultimately chose to decline due to the legal risks and the psychological burden of long-term deception. Mr. Bai from Orange County also shared that many of his friends have considered green card marriages, with some viewing such marriages as offering extra value, like cultural exchange or mutual assistance in life skills. However, Mr. Bai emphasized the high level of caution required, as being caught by immigration authorities could have severe consequences. Another individual, Mr. Kang, a 40-year-old man, shared his experience from 5 years ago. After a divorce and dealing with child support and a mortgage, he was offered $100,000 to marry a woman under a fake arrangement, with an agreement to divorce 3 years later. Despite the offer, Mr. Kang chose to back out due to the potential legal risks. He said, "One mistake, and not only could the other person be deported, but I could also face lawsuits." These cases illustrate the complexity of fake marriages within the Chinese community. On one hand, there is the economic temptation, on the other, the high legal and moral risks. According to immigration lawyers, over the past decade, fake marriage cases have been common in the Chinese community, especially among international students and undocumented immigrants. These individuals often connect with U.S. citizens through intermediaries or personal networks to arrange marriage transactions. The payment for such arrangements typically ranges from $100,000 to $400,000, depending on the duration of the marriage, the level of cooperation, and whether the couple needs to fake their living situation. However, as ICE increases its enforcement efforts, these shortcuts are becoming increasingly risky. The new policies state that for applicants who lack legal status but are applying for green cards through marriage or family ties, USCIS can initiate deportation procedures at any stage of the application process. According to the USCIS, family-based immigrant visa petition does not grant immigration status or relief from removal, aiming to enhance scrutiny, combat fraud, and protect the integrity of national security and the immigration system. This policy is effective immediately. With these new measures, the shortcut of fake marriages has become much more difficult, having a significant impact on the Chinese community. According to an immigration lawyer in Los Angeles,
通过假结婚拿绿卡这件事儿，也就是爱情买卖绿卡这件事儿以后
getting a green card through a fake marriage, basically buying love for a green card, is going to get harder and harder. The new immigration director just took office, and on his first day, he made three things clear. First, marriage green cards, second, strict checks on OPT, and third, strict checks on H-1B. Let's talk about the marriage green card inspections. How do they check if it's real or fake? The documents mention some details like increasing home visits by officers. What does that mean? It means that while you're going about your daily life, they might knock on your door. Could even be in the middle of the night. They'll want to come inside and look around. They'll check if you're sleeping together, if you have your toothbrush, if there are men's slippers, and they might even check the drains for hair you left behind while showering. Okay, they're trying to figure out if you're truly a couple, actually living under the same roof. They might even knock on your neighbor's door and ask if the couple next door is living together. If the neighbor says they don't know the guy or he's never been around, then that's it. Your marriage green card is denied. The process of obtaining a green card for a marriage of convenience is becoming increasingly difficult. The new director of the U.S. Immigration Agency upon taking office outlined 3 priorities. First, marriage-based green cards. Second, stricter checks on optional practice training (OPT) programs. And third, more rigorous scrutiny of H-1B visa applications. He warned that over half of marriage green card applicants could soon face home visits. These visits, aimed at verifying the legitimacy of the marriage, will include unannounced checks to see if couples are living together and whether there are signs of genuine cohabitation, such as shared belongings or even hair in the shower drain. In addition to marriage green cards, the H-1B visa program is also undergoing significant changes in 2025. According to Bloomberg Law, the White House has approved a new rule proposed by the Department of Homeland Security, replacing the traditional lottery system with a weight selection process. This new system will prioritize applicants with higher salaries or those who meet specific criteria. Which could negatively impact international students and recent graduates who typically start with lower salaries to gain experience. The H-1B visa program, which allocates 85,000 visas annually, is widely used in the tech industry. However, the Trump administration argued that the system was being abused, with some applicants using fake employment records to maintain their visas. The new rules aim to prevent such fraud and ensure that the visas are distributed to high-skilled, high-paid workers, aligning with Trump's Buy American, Hire American approach. In 2025, the immigration agency also announced increased scrutiny of OPT fraud, targeting individuals who falsely register for internships to avoid real work requirements. Lawyers from immigration offices in Los Angeles noted that such abuse is common among Chinese students, but that the new regulations will make it more difficult to avoid detection. These changes have had a profound impact on the Chinese immigrant community. Many applicants in Southern California are reportedly feeling the pressure and are reassessing their immigration plans. Some are abandoning the idea of marriage green cards in favor of other legal avenues, such as employment-based or investment immigration, which come with higher costs and longer timelines. In addition to fake marriages, some Chinese illegal immigrants have been arrested for other crimes, such as smuggling, fraud, and possession of illegal materials. These cases highlight the legal risks that come with illegal immigration in the US. On August 12, CBS Los Angeles reported that Brooklyn resident Wei Tianglin was sentenced for smuggling $1.4 million worth of protected turtles, eastern box turtles, and free-toed box turtles. Lin hid live turtles in socks, disguised as plastic animal toys, and transported them to Hong Kong. He faces up to 5 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and a $250,000 fine. A sentencing hearing is scheduled for December 23rd. Another case involves 27-year-old Li Liu, who used a pig butchering scam to launder approximately $3.5 million in Los Angeles, Koreatown. Liu set up shell company accounts under fake identities, receiving wire transfers and gold bars from victims. She pleaded guilty on June 4, 2025, and was sentenced to 28 months in prison. Her accomplice, 28-year-old Chinese illegal immigrant Xiao Liu, also pleaded guilty on the same day and is scheduled for sentencing on September 4. On July 26th, a Chinese-owned massage parlor was raided by police for suspected illegal operations, and employees were arrested on the spot. These cases show that once illegal immigrants are involved in criminal activities, they not only face imprisonment but are also almost certainly subject to deportation. Recently, a video of US police making an arrest went viral on Chinese social media. The footage shows a Chinese woman caught transporting contraband. According to the vlogger, on the evening of June 22, 2025, around 11 p.m., Arkansas State Police noticed a Toyota vehicle frequently switching lanes and crossing the yellow line as it became aware of a police car behind it. This suspicious behavior led the officers to conduct a traffic stop. The woman told the officers she had just finished work and was heading back to her home in Michigan from Arkansas, a journey of over 1,000 kilometers. Her explanation further raised the officer's suspicion.
Are you driving all the way to Michigan right now?
No.
Where are you driving to?
I go home to Michigan. Maybe like a half hour. I find some hotel.
Oh, okay.
I can drive the whole lot.
I got you.
Not so far away.
Where were you coming from tonight?
Arkansas.
What part?
It's just after work.
Okay, what do you do for work?
Restaurant.
Restaurant? What restaurant?
China City.
China City?
Yeah,
Okay.
the buffet.
Where?
The China City, the buffet.
Okay, where at?
I forgot the town name. I have the address.
Okay. How do you say your name?
Li Fang.
The woman answered all of the officers' questions with difficulty. From the officer's perspective, if she were merely looking for work, she should have stayed closer to home rather than traveling over 1,000 kilometers to another location and working for just 2 days. The officers suspected she might be involved in cross-border criminal activities and informed her that they would be searching her vehicle. When the officers asked if there were any contraband in the vehicle, the woman's expression became noticeably anxious. While the officers were translating, she used her phone to dial someone, informing the person on the other end that she had been arrested. Interestingly, the woman was unaware that her actions were being recorded and proceeded to make a phone call in Chinese, tipping off someone about her arrest.
Now they want to search the car. How am I supposed to know? This is such a hassle. I shouldn't have gone out this time. Okay then. Tell OKC to hurry up and pack everything up.
From the phone conversation, it is clear that the woman may not be a first-time offender. Soon after, officers took out a police dog from their patrol car to inspect the suspect vehicle. The dog quickly indicated the presence of drugs. The woman began to defend herself.
I don't know. It's just just like some people something. I don't know what's that.
Knowing that escape from the law was unlikely, she tried to explain to the officers, claiming she was only a driver. She said she was asked by strangers to transport items she did not know the contents of. The officers discovered 8 large bags of marijuana in the trunk, weighing approximately 173 pounds. The woman was immediately arrested. She faces charges of possession with intent to distribute, a Class A felony. If convicted, she could face several years in prison. The US ICE, in collaboration with other agencies, has carried out stringent enforcement actions in Chinese communities, causing widespread fear. Many undocumented Chinese immigrants are worried about sudden arrests, and are choosing to live quietly to avoid contact with government authorities. Recently, a Chinese vlogger in Los Angeles posted a video claiming that many shops have closed down. You won't believe how aggressive US immigration is with their arrests now. Let me show you the reality. No one even dares to open their doors anymore. It's Friday, 10 a.m., and look at the shops across from our office. Only 2 are open, and 1 person showed up at each shop. The rest are all shut down. Everyone's too scared to stay open. However, some online commenters have pointed out that if individuals have legal status, they should have nothing to fear. Those who are avoiding coming out likely have something to hide. The tightening of US immigration policies has had a profound impact on the Chinese immigrant community. As the Trump administration continues to advance its America First agenda, immigration enforcement is expected to intensify, and the challenges faced by Chinese immigrants will likely continue to grow.